Hi everyone. First off, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who checked out episode 1. The support I've gotten from the HUT community has been overwhelming. I'm going to get into the gameplay pretty quickly. I'm just going to give you guys a rundown of the gameplay format as I go. Instead of running clips of back-to-back games, I'm going to divide my videos into 4 different sections: offense, defense, numbers, and changes. Hope you enjoy. I'm going to put highlights of goals and scoring chances in this section. I think it will be an easier way for us to address the strengths and weaknesses we have in terms of generating offense. I think it will be a more effective way of highlighting how we can improve our strategies, players, and overall chemistry along the way. I'm not really the type of player who likes to generate offense in one way. I don't just shoot top cheese, go for cross creases, do D-to-D one-timers. I like to go with the flow in the offensive zone and just roll with the play as it develops. I like to adjust my strategies throughout the game to match up better against my opponent. Through the first 4 games, my top 2 lines are producing well, as I guess you could expect in Division 10 with guys like Crosby and Malkin playing. I've been pleasantly surprised by Sherry so far, to be honest. I didn't really have a lot of high expectations for him since he was only an 82 overall, and I honestly thought he would be one of the first guys we would need to replace on our team. Adding Jordan Staal and moving Brian Rust to the left wing has helped my team out a lot in the past 2 games. For comparison, in Game 2 of my last video, Crosby logged 27 minutes and 35 seconds of ice time, while Malkin logged 23 minutes and 28 seconds. In the first game of this video, we got Crosby down to 21 minutes and 41 seconds, and Malkin down to 20 minutes and 2 seconds, while having Jordan Staal play for 14 minutes and 28 seconds. I would also like to know what you think about moving Malkin to the right wing and putting Guentzel at center. Malkin hasn't been very good at all on face-offs. He even went 0 for 5 in the first video of this episode. Also, my 4th line hasn't been getting a lot of ice time. They've felt more like a liability for me than anything. Sheahan had a 2-point game here, but we really haven't had a whole lot of input from them otherwise. I don't really expect a lot of points out of my 4th line, but I'm going to need to have them play more as our opponents are going to become more difficult and have a lot more depth throughout the lineup. If you guys have any suggestions for line combinations, just let me know. They can be changed at any time, depending on who we have on our roster and how they're performing. I'm a fan of players on their offside, but it's definitely not set in stone and I can make adjustments. It might even be a better challenge for me to try something different myself. And that basically covers the offense section. Like offense, this section is going to showcase our performance in the neutral zone, defensive end, and on the forecheck. Some of the things I wanted to improve upon from the last video were the breakout from my defensive end, work on slowing down my opponent's chances to enter my defensive zone, and winning battles in the corners. So far, the line of Letang and Dumoulin have been great together. They aren't putting up a lot of numbers offensively, but I'm not really looking for them to produce very much right now. I'm more focused on controlling them to make the smart defensive play to keep the puck out of our net, which they've done a great job of, with both being a +7. Schultz and Mata have just kind of been there. They aren't really much to write home about, which I guess isn't a bad thing either. Schultz is a +4 so far, and Matt is a +2. Matt Murray has been playing unreal in net so far. I think his numbers are going to come back down to earth a bit throughout the next couple of divisions, since our defense is below average compared to our competition. I think it would only take us getting matched up against an opponent with someone like McInnes or Gonchar to demonstrate that we're going to need to pick up some faster defensemen in the not too distant future. With forwards, I think they've done a decent job in our end so far. Our poke checks have been effective, but we're severely lacking in the physicality department. I'm not the type of player to throw a lot of body checks in a game, but we're averaging less than 5 per game right now. Guys like Kessel, Schultz, and Guentzel are getting thrashed around regularly along the boards on our end, and it's been creating a lot of turnovers. With a weak bottom 6, they've been slow in their ability to cover opposing D-men, leaving for a lot of opportunity for my opponents to cycle the puck to the blue line to take point shots. Until we get someone like Recchi or Yager on our roster, we might want someone in the meantime to help us out in this area. A solid 2-way player that we could put on our 4th line might be something we should consider adding to our roster. So yeah, that's going to cover everything for the defense section of the videos. This section, I'm going to post the numbers our players have put up over both games of the episode. We can see if a player is contributing where they need to be and areas in which they need to make improvements. If you're anything like me, you wish that EA would have something to keep track of advanced stats for us. Unfortunately, they don't, and maybe they will for like NHL 20. So I'll keep track of things manually. I've started compiling data on Google Sheets. When I have everything up and running with all of the categories, I'll make it public so anyone here who watches the series and is interested in that kind of thing will be able to follow along with me. If there are any stats that I've missed that you guys would want me to keep track of, please let me know in the comment section as well. In each episode, I will also give an update of the current overall stats of our roster as well. We'll take a look at who is leading in stats categories or who hasn't been pulling their weight. So far, Patrick Hornqvist is leading in goals with 4. Connor Sherry has been lights out with 3 goals and 3 assists. And our top defensive pairing of Dumoulin and Letang are leading the team, each at a +7. Matt Murray is also posting an insane .66 goals against average and a save percentage of over 95. So this is where I give you guys the 4 options to pick a player that'll be on our roster in the next video and the reason why I chose them. Ryan Reaves is the only player on our team without a point. He can't finish plays and is a liability in our zone as well. I think Chris Kunitz would help us out in both ends with his higher overall shooting, offensive, and defensive awareness stats. Chad Ruhwedel has been serviceable so far, but he simply won't be good enough in higher divisions. Because of that, I think Matt Niskanen would give us some stability in our zone, help with breaking the puck out, and on the power play. Patrick Hornqvist has been a beast for us offensively and plays great alongside Sidney Crosby and Connor Sherry. However, he's taken every penalty called for our team, and a boost in his discipline might keep him out of the penalty box. Phil Kessel has only put up 1 assist through 4 games. He just can't get anything in the back of the net like we know he can, as a boost in his speed and shooting categories might be the thing he needs to get his offense going. I hope you guys agree with my picks. You can either leave a vote in the comment section below or on Twitter. I've left a link in the description below. Voting closes at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday. And I'm going to leave you guys with our Division 10 title pack. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.